stay in his life or take on the mantle of hero. It's a leap of faith.
Now, this links actually quite well into our previous conversation, because you remember when he was first standing there and the spider bit him and he just looked at it in a kind of bored looking way and just gave it a slap and then piffed it off.
Well,
you don't do that in Australia. You immediately seek medical help.
Well, when it bit him and there's all this film of the poison running into his arm, I'm thinking, oh, he's going to scream his head off, and he went, oh.
And slapped it and then moved on, you know.
I don't think he even went, oh. He just went,
you know, just slapped it.
I went, whoa.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you Americans have got it easy, honestly.
Wow. If I had gotten bitten, I would have freaked out majorly. Oh my gosh, was it a red back? Was it a white tail? What was it?
You know, to be fair though, I don't think I'd want to come face to face with a grizzly bear.
No.
No. I think, you know, when it comes to dangerous critters...
I mean, ours aren't that bad.
They do have great whites in Southern California and down near Florida and stuff like that.
Every country's got something that can kill someone. Look at Africa, it's got hippos.
Yeah, cute, cuddly things that they are.
Did you know, here's a fun fact, donkeys kill more people per year than plane crashes.
Donkeys?
Yep.
What, through rape? Have you seen the size of their dicks?
No.
They don't just say donkey dick for no reason, you know.
No, but my brain wasn't going there. My brain just went to the whole, you know, walking up a steep cliff and then just bucking someone off and them going, woo!
No, I just remember... No, it's not a good story. No, it's fine.
Anyway.
I'm not going to bring up my friends in this. Sorry, go on.
So we're talking about... Did you like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, it was...
Paul.
It was quirky. Am I doing the first impressions, am I?
Yeah, do you know why? Because you're the one who brought up that weirdness, so I'm just talking over it now saying, Paul,
okay,
how did you feel about the film?
I guess I earned that. All right, well... Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is essentially a film about taking on the perceptions of Spider-Man and then cracking that prism and then splitting it and taking all the various different spider people and putting them all in a plot. And I thought the thing that struck me about this film more than anything else was simply the drawing style. It's cartoon animation.
It's comic book animated.
It is, and it tries to hold to that. And it's very stylised in the way it's produced. Now, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. There's quite a few gags in it, although it's not super funny, but it is quite funny.
No, it's not super funny.
No, it's not. Oh, we agree on comedy.
And it's recorded.
Lock that in, Eddie. My God. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. It's an entertaining film, and it's got a few. I wouldn't call it teary moments, not for myself, sort of thing. Although, you know,
you're invested in the characters, and the characters suffer, and therefore you feel, will they make it? Oh,
I don't know if I was invested in it necessarily. I quite liked Miles's dad. I thought he was the most. Yeah, I thought he was the most emotive character in the whole show. I thought Miles was a little bit of a, not a complete dick, but a bit of a.
He's a young teenager.
Teenage angst, yes, I know, and oh God. Just waiting for Tom to become a teenager just so I can just, you know, openly hate him then. Me and my son have had a bad day today.
Jeez. Wow.
Oh, he's been a right little turd. Anyway, it's fine.
I'm sure the two of you were very similar.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, and look, I don't really have awful lot to say about this film other than I think it was very well done, although I think they went a little over the top in the style. The music was abysmal. It was very... Look, if you're right into urban rap music sort of thing, I'm sure, you know, it was good. But, like, I was looking for the best piece of music that I could use for the synopsis, and I went through nearly the entire soundtrack before I found something that was at least usable.
Do you know...
A drum beat's not enough.
It wasn't just drum beats, if you'd actually listened.
Fine.
Daniel Pemberton, he did the music for Cuban Fury, and
Right.
Ocean's 8. He actually worked with mostly.
Both known for their musical prowess.
Cuban Fury has lots of music in it.
Fair enough.
Salsa,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep, salsa.
What I'm saying is he actually worked with like lots of well-known musicians, rappers mostly, like Post Malone and Sway Lee and those sorts of people.
Yep.
I know that's not your thing.
No,
But you know what? Young teenage people
Yep.
are listening to this because this is what's playing on the radio.
no,
and
that's
it's
fine. And
popular.
look, it's urban music.
And the lyrics actually make sense to what's occurring.
None of it was offensive. None of it went, oh my God, that's awful. And I thought it worked quite seamlessly in the film. It didn't excite me though.
No, this is...
And then I had to go off and find a piece of music that would arouse the senses, and everything was quite flat. I actually had to sit and listen to the stuff.
This is a teenage film. Because teenagers will be going like, oh, I can see myself in Miles. I can see myself in Gwen.
So do we just say to everybody else, don't bother?
No, because it's funny. When you put this up last week, I went, are you serious? Really? I hadn't seen it. I just assumed it was going to be,
Yeah.
it's an animated superhero film.
It's good enough. It's a good enough film for everybody to be able to watch and enjoy.
But I looked at it and I started watching. I thought, I'm not going to like this. Because I'm watching the first part of it where Miles is just being a teenager. And I thought, oh, gosh, it's going to be like one of those Twilight films.
Yep.
Which I love the books because I thought they were hilarious, but I didn't like the films.
It wasn't him that was good. It was all the supporting actors that made the show.
It was all the storylines worked in together. It was all written well. It looked great. I loved the way it was sort of...
Did you like Peter B. Parker? I like that they put a B just to spell it out.
I love the way that they had all the different types of animation. They got the noir. They've got the anime.
Who was the noir?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Yes, it was. Well done.
And they've got the Porky Pig sort of set up. As in, they had all the mixes. I thought, that's really creative and cool.
Peter Porker.
Peter Porker. And I actually got invested. I thought, oh, this is not too bad. I can see why some people, like Paul, would go... it was just a bit boring because it was just looking at a teenager and sort of thing. All the music didn't work as well.
I find it entertaining. I'm sorry if I'm giving you that impression.
You
are. No, well, I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Okay. I actually found
it entertaining.
Yes.
I didn't find it hugely entertaining, but I found it entertaining.
I liked the way the glitches and a certain way the graphics are being done. I found
that distracting.
Really?
A little bit when they're all glitching all over the place.
I found that really entertaining, and the way they've drawn it, because you've got a comic drawn characters, you've got a black drawn character, you've got the cartoony character, you've got the anime character.
Yes.
I love the way they're all glitching in a certain way, and the way it's being drawn up, and I thought that was really cool.
It is clever.
And like when his mum's yelling at him, like it had like yelling lines.
Yes.
I thought, wow, that's really interesting.
But if you are a consumer of this film, you may find, other than it being really interesting, you might find it mildly distracting from the storyline if you're not one of these people who is quick to grasp the plot. And Unky Paul is not one known for his quick grasp of plots. So I find it mildly distracting.
I found it slightly...
Because it highlights things where there is no highlight required. Do you know what I mean? Like... If it got,
but it was supposed to look like a comic.
Yeah, I know. But like he could be standing there, one of the guys could be standing there on the rooftop looking out over the city vista, and then he glitches. And you think it's some sort of precedent for something else important that's going to happen. And he's just simply glitching.
But explain that.
I don't care.
Okay.
It sets me off a little bit.
All right.
You know how I'm a little twitchy?
Did you glitch?
Mildly, yes. I'm just saying, for me, I've found it mildly exhausting.
Stan Lee was in it.
He was.
I thought that was great.
Which shows you how long it takes to produce one of these shows.
Yes. To me, it gave off the vibe. Did you ever watch Sim City?
Sin City.
Sin. Oh, Sin. Sin City, sorry. I've got it wrong. Sin City.
And I got it right.
That's okay. I'm allowed to get things wrong. We've discussed this.
I'm just not used to getting it right over you.
Really? I thought that was a regular thing now.
No, it never happens. Not on recall stuff.
Anyway, so to me, it gave off the vibe of like I wouldn't say children's, teen Sin City.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. No, it's reminiscent of that, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking of when they're shooting certain parts.
It's a good call. Yeah. Yep.
So if you didn't like Sin City because it was a bit too hardcore, but you liked the way it was shot, then you would like this. Yeah?
Well, not if everything else is crap in it.
What else was crap?
No, there wasn't anything else crap in it, but you can't necessarily say one follows to the next.
No, I'm
That's
just
all
saying
I'm
if you liked the way that was done, that movie.
Maybe, as long as
Because you said you were having trouble following some of it, but if you liked the way that Sin City was shot, then you wouldn't have trouble following the plot.
No, I didn't find trouble following it. My mind was racing off down different rabbit holes every time they were glitching. And
You're preempting?
Yes.
Oh. What were you preempting?
Well, I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Every time they glitch, I thought it was like indicative of something else about to happen, and nothing happened other than just glitching. I couldn't just reconcile that and just go, oh, they're just glitching.
They're in their wrong dimension and their cells were dying.
I know. It just was irritating, that's all.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I understand.
I know.
I get it. Completely
Calm
understand
down,
why
it's
they've
all
done it. But it's just, I found it mildly irritating. For me, other people, I'm sure, will not have this problem.
Okay. Well, is there anything you liked about the film? We've heard what you didn't like.
I like the dad. I like the uncle.
Do you know who the uncle was?
I did read it, but you'll have to connect the dots.
Mahershala Ali.
That's the guy.
He was in the Green Book.
That's what I thought he was.
Yeah.
I recognised the name, and I didn't want to say it because nothing worse than being wrong on a podcast, because that's just like the lowest form of,
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, he was awesome.
He was. He did a very good job.
Yes.
He's got a very distinctive voice, and I thought it was him when I first heard him, and I went,
I didn't know. I was just
yes,
absorbing the whole thing.
But it was well written, and they were good characters, and I think all of the characters were well written. Even Kingpin, who is a kind of odd character in his own right, and sometimes it's hard to get him right. Kingpin, he doesn't get represented very often, and I think like people just tend to make him a gangster, but he's not. Like the guy is a tortured soul. So yeah, I think they did a good job on that, particularly on the train when he saw his wife and kids and everything like that. And then
His
they
wife
pulled
and
away
son.
So yes.
Okay,
yes.
well, how many stars would you give it, Paul?
I don't want to be too critical on it, and I don't want to be too generous with it. So because it was a middle of the road film for me as I watched it. It's new, so it's got to stand on its own 2 feet. So I'm going to give it a 7, a flat 7, because I thought it was cleverly done, but it didn't necessarily hit my buttons because it's not really designed for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 7 as well.
There you go.
Because I actually thought my kids could sit here,
Yes.
and watch this and it not be horrifying and
Did
it
they
make
have-
sense and it looked
Did
great.
they have an
and-
existential crisis like mine did?
Oh, no, because I haven't seen it yet because I only watched it today. I was really slack.
Oh, okay, yes.
So I haven't watched it yet.
Yes, mine had a bit of an existential
Well, I
crisis.
mean, it's sad when
Watching-
Peter Parker dies. Or Peter A. Parker dies.
Spoiler alert.
Well, people know that. We're talking about it.
It's on the podcast, so therefore it should just have spoiler alert right on the title.
But that's amazing. So 7 stars from you and 7 stars from me for
Yep.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Awesome. So, Paul, magic movie moment.
Magical movie moment. We're going to do another forerunner to the next movie that we're about to watch.
Is this going to happen every week?
We're just getting a good run at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just getting a good run. And
Cool.
I had to catch up on a bit of sleep today, so...
Lucky bastard.
No. I worked a lot of hours. It's fine.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So this week
Everybody sleeps.
it'll be The Wolf of Wall Street, and
Which
this
one?
This is going to be his speech when he
Revs up his employees.
revs up his boys
And girls.
and girls.
Not many
Yes.
girls, mostly boys.
And the girls kind of behave like boys anyway. They're all extremely aggressive.
He revs up his employees.
Yes. Here it is.
See those little black boxes? They're called telephones. I'm going to let you on a little secret about these telephones. are not going to dial themselves, okay?